All right, we'll get started. I want to welcome you. Have not made plans for Thanksgiving weekend. You definitely got something you could make plans. Exciting, a very good family event where you can bring your entire family. So we're here to announce about the coming of the Southwest Region Honor Football Championship Games and the Dance Cheer Competition to areas next weekend. And to tell us more about it is the President of the North Texas Pop Warner Football League, Mr. Larry Mosby. Let's give Mr. Mosby a hand.
I want to thank all of you for coming. Pop Warner Football in the Southwest region, we have Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and in that championship, the teams that win will be here the Thanksgiving weekend, the 26th. The cheer competition will be here on the 25th. And that's the day after Thanksgiving, the 25th. If you don't have anything to do, please come by and see that. We in the Dallas area, we have 18 associations, and I'm talking about 4,000 kids from the age of 5 to 15 that participate in our program. This year, we have the 4 teams that are in the playoff system, and we are hoping that they win and come back. But at the Cotton Bowl this year, we will have teams, and one of the little teams will go to the Disney World to play in the National Pop Warner Championship. And this is a great thing for the kids because they love it, they're there, they want to go, and this is what we're all about.
Thank you, Mr. Mosby. Give Mr. Mosby a hand once again. You know, Pop Warner Football has been going around for a long time and has really done an excellent job in infusing positive family activities into the community. And this year is going to be no exception. As Mr. Mosby said, the champions in this Southwest Region Championship Games will go to the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex in Orlando, Florida, between December 3rd and the 10th for the National Pop Warner National Cheer and Dance Championship. Now, we got football players, both flag and full contact, but let's not forget there are going to be cheerleaders and dancers, too, who also have their own competitions. Most of the games will be played at the Cotton Bowl in Fair Park, November 25th through the 26th, and also the dance and cheer competitions will take place at the Fair Park Coliseum. So whichever way you want to go, you've got a chance to really see your youth really in positive spirit activity. I'm going to bring on one of the strong supporters of this event who helped make this possible. He is your esteemed city councilman of Mayor Pro Tem, former Mayor Pro Tem, former mayor, acting mayor, and you know his involvement in sports. He's a co-founder of the State Fair Classic that is played at the Cotton Bowl. So I want to bring in City Councilperson Dwayne Caraway to give his feedback about this event we're having Thanksgiving weekend. Councilman.
Thank you very much. Let me first get on a few people. Well, first, let me just say this is a fantastic event. I'm looking forward. I'm going to personally be there. And Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Tennille Atkins is going to be there as well. And we're going to be extremely supportive of Pop Warner. In talking with Deputy Mayor Atkins, he was going way back and talking about his involvement with Pop Warner. And that is very historic. When I say get on people, I never bite my tongue. When we're doing positive things, I hear so much negativity from the press, and they want to cover all the mess. But here it is, we're talking about Pop Warner, football, and none of them are here. I just have to say that. I appreciate you, Gordon, and you're the press that's here, so you're the press that matters. But I'm talking about that other press that ought to be here, that keep mess going on in this city all the time. Well, I had it behind off the 6th floor, out of the office, and in here, as we're talking about Pop Warner football, something that's going to be extremely momentous in these children's lives. And I have to say that. And I hope y'all listening. Now, I'm sorry. get back to basics. But, and I'm going to make mention of this in there as well. But it is going to be a fantastic event. We don't have to beg people to come. The excitement is within the children, and the excitement and the commitment is within your heart. And when you see the cheerleaders coming out, when you see the Pop Warner football team playing, when those kids get a chance to touch the grass in the Cotton Bowl, that will be something that they will take with them the rest of their lives. The fact that they had a chance to play in the Cotton Bowl, where the Dallas Cowboys play, where Texas OU plays, where Grambling and Prairie View play, the historic Cotton Bowl. It means so much for us to have them in Fair Park in our Cotton Bowl, because we want to continue to be an enhancement into their lives. So with that, I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you, and those of you that are within the sound of my voice throughout City Hall, and to the people into the public. We have a commitment with you, Brother Mosley, as related to making sure that the community knows that. When we start this meeting in here today, we're going to not start it with just redistricting. We're going to start talking about Pop Warner football. Make sure they understand that this doggone football game is coming, and let them know what they missed. Now, see, when you are the mayor, the former mayor, the former deputy mayor, the former mayor pro tem, and you got the deputy mayor pro tem with you can do anything you want to do. So we're going to make sure this announcement gets out. Whether they like it or not, that's what they're going to hear. Every time we speak, that's what we're going to be talking about. The rest of this week is Papa Warner. Thank you very much, Gordon.
Thank you, and allow me to continue to call you mayor. I just keep the title. Never acted. You never acted off, right?
When I was mayor, I was never active.
Active.
I was the mayor.
You were the mayor. Enough said. Point taken. Okay. You know, if you want to get an idea of the spirit of Pop Warner football, personally, back in another life, in another galaxy several years ago, I was a youth league coach. I was mostly centered around the Boys and Girls Club and YMCA teams and things, but I was proud to have coached several teams, and I know the excitement, the activity, and what it means to the kids. This is serious for the kids. I mean, the parents and the adults, they say, okay, it's something nice, little fun activity, but the kids, they take this seriously. They want to go to the Cotton Bowl and show out. So, let's give the kids their due. Let's let them go ahead and go out and have the best time possible and perform in the best activities possible. You may remember there was a film called The Long Shots a few years back. Keke Palmer, the true story about the first female quarterback in the Pop Warner National Championship games. Ice Cube was in it, that type of thing. That gives you an idea of the spirit that is going to be there with thousands of people at the Cotton Bowl and at the Fair Park Coliseum. So I'm going to bring on one more person who is also going to express his support for this event that Mayor Caraway already had mentioned, and he has been doing some great things in his district, and he's going to make sure also that everybody knows about this championship game series next Thanksgiving weekend, and that is Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Tanel Atkins. I think former Mayor Caraway put it right. The press should be here. If you think about history of Pop Warner football, I believe I was part of the history. I remember the time that we was the only football team part of Pop Warner football, back with St. Philip St. Community on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And the reason what we did that, this was the first time an opportunity of black or color that had the opportunity to play organized football. Now, we came from a project, low-income families, but there was outreach. It was something you could get out of the game activities that was going on. What could you do? And this was something positive, that what we could do to make sure that we would have a better part of life through organization and through different organizations, the Salvation Army, St. Michael. I mean, all those organizations pulled us up. We played in the Cotton Bowl in 1964. We played in the San Diego Bowl. We played in Orlando. We traveled all over the United States back in 1966. We was the only black team that traveled
through the Pop Warner. But it was people like you in the community and all different diversity groups that brought us together and said there was an interest and an outlet. If you look around, there are so many people, Coach Moses, like you, around here who came through Pop Warner football. Without Pop Warner, what would be today? But it's a shame of the press. Pop Warner is one of the biggest programs in the United States. You go to Orlando, when they had the World Cup, having 1,000 people there. And you look at every year that every team from the city of Dallas, just from the city of Dallas, go to Orlando to play those games. You look at around Thanksgiving, we try to raise thousands of dollars to get those teams to go there. But they represent Dallas and Texas. And we, the city, got to make sure we represent them. Dwayne, with you, I will make sure that everyone knows in the city of Dallas, PSA, this should be televised, this should do what we need to do. They said we do promote good things with our youth. These youth is organized and they understand what they need to do. And thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Thank you, Councilman Atkins. We're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. I wanted to first, before we go to any questions, if there are any questions anybody want to ask, I want to acknowledge one other person that is here. She's not expecting me to do this, but she's going to play a key role in making sure that we get the word out about this great event. The Director of Sports Marketing for the Dallas Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ms. Monica Paul, just wave your hand and acknowledge. And then I might as well acknowledge the press that are here outside of myself, but also from DFWIRadio.com, Ms. Queen of Community Conversation on Tuesdays, Ms. Claudia Fountain. So, like Mayor Caraway said, the press that matters is here. Okay. So once again, just the details. Next Friday and Saturday, November 25th through the 26th. Most of the games, I think, there are some games scheduled to be played at Bishop Lynch, from what I've been told. But the key games are going to be played at the Cotton Bowl. The dance and cheer competition is going to be competed at the Fair Park Coliseum. And once again, the champions in these different categories will go to the national Pop Warner Cheer and Dance Championship games at the ESPN White World Sports Complex in Orlando, Florida, December 3rd through the 10th. I was talking to Mr. Mosby. He's going to Colorado tomorrow to see which teams from Colorado is going to qualify for this tournament. So it's ongoing, and we're looking forward to seeing people from the 6-state region coming in to the Cotton Bowl and to engage in a very positive sports activity. And with that, that is our press conference officially for today. And please keep in touch with the people that are involved with this event so that you know all the details, get an idea of the teams that are coming down, and so that and the press or any from anybody in the audience. Mr. Atkins.
You going to Colorado?
Yes, sir.
You going to scout?
Might as well do some scouting at the same time, right?
I'm the reason that everybody.
Can you scout for us?
All right. Ms. Fowler.
I guess one of my questions is, how many teams are you all expected to maybe come down for that weekend? Is there going to be any type of scholarship that's going to be embedded into all of that, cheer that? By the way, I'm a former Pop Warner cheerleader mom.
All right. Mr. Moulton, would you like to come up to the podium now?
We have 4 competitive divisions: junior, pee-wee, junior, midget. In the final games here on the 25th, there will be 8 teams. We don't know where they're coming from now. But we'll have 8 teams from the Southwest region that will participate. The bowl games, we will also have 8 teams that participate in the bowl games. Even though in the Southwest region we have like 1,500 teams, this is the cream of the crop that's going to be here. And the ones here will go to the ESPN games in Florida. And she asked about scholarships. Now, we are the only youth organization that put emphasis on Little Scholars. If you notice, our name is not only Pop Warner, but it's Pop Warner Little Scholars we play football, we cheer, and we honor our scholars, and that's where we give the scholarships to those kids, grade 1 average of 98 and above. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And that lets you know that they not only are excellent in athletics, but they're also excellent in academics, which is part of the message that you have to with the young people. And did you have something else to say?
One thing I did want you to know that we are a non-profit organization.
So that means donations can be made, so dig deep in your pockets. All right. So we want to thank everybody for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next Thanksgiving weekend for the Pop Warner Southwest Region Championship Games and Dance and Cheer competition. And see you next week. Thank you.
We got no damn food.
Come on up, hang on.